The Commanders made a huge trade on Monday to bring in five-time Pro Bowl left tackle Laremy Tunsil. And before I give some thoughts on how this could help the team, I just want to first say that I think this is their biggest trade since they moved up in the draft to get Robert Griffin III in 2012. It might be overlooked in that regard just because they didn't give up a first-round pick, but can you think of another deal that was this big of a blockbuster? I mean, this was a massive win-now move. This isn't taking a flyer on a guy like Deebo Samuel, which I thought was an indication that GM Adam Peters was serious and that he was going for it. This is really going for it. Like, let's go try to win a Super Bowl as soon as possible. Like, trades don't get much bigger than this in the NFL. The Commanders gave up 4 picks, including a second rounder, for Tunsil plus a 4th-round pick this year, and that leaves them with 5 picks remaining this year, which would be their fewest since 2007. So like many have said, it seems pretty obvious they're going to trade back out of the first round to get more picks in the middle rounds. But let's talk about Tunsil, the player, and what he means for the Commanders. As I mentioned, 5 Pro Bowls. He's going to be 31 years old by week 1, which isn't bad for a tackle. Trent Williams is still getting it done at 36, and Jason Peters was the star into his mid-30s. And like those guys, Tunsil is among the best left tackles in the league. He's also only missed 3 games the last 3 years, which I personally like. I also like how Adam Peters is building this team. He got his quarterback, and now he has his left tackle. The Commanders have stars at arguably the 2 most important positions on the roster. Pass rusher would be next. And Tunsil will be able to help in so many ways. Obviously, he helps with Jaden Daniels, not only protecting him, but maximizing his abilities too. More time to throw will also help the receivers make more plays. And Tunsil being on the O-line has a domino effect for guys like Brandon Coleman, who can move to another spot now. Plus the interior guys. With a star left tackle, Coleman and other guys like Biotish and Cosme, we could be pretty close to having an elite offensive line. Now that's always good, but it's also extremely important for the Commanders now because the Eagles are the team to beat. They have one of the best front sevens I've seen in a while, and we all saw what they did in the NFC title game. The only thing that gives me pause about this trade is why the Texans would trade him. They also have a young quarterback, of course, so it's kind of strange. But hopefully that doesn't mean anything, and he can just keep being the same guy he's been for the last 5 or 6 years.